Hi, Bill Edstrom here, and in this video I'm going to show you a little known trick in Tracktion to create a fade out for your song. This also works for fade ins, and it doesn't even require using automation. It's a feature that's been in Tracktion for a while, but many users have never actually discovered how this works. To learn more about Tracktion and get a lot more tips, tricks, and learn the core workflows in Tracktion, check out my book, Guide to Tracktion T6. It's available on LeanPub. Go to leanpub.com, search for the word Tracktion, and you can find the book there, download a sample, or purchase the book. It will play on most of your devices. So let's get into how this works. Well, the way it works is you click on the fader in the master section. Now this fader is the volume control for your stereo mix, and as soon as you select it in the properties section, you'll see that you've got master fade in out. Now these are controls where you can just basically type in a value of how long you want your fade to be. So if I want to do a fade out over 1 bar, I just put a 1 right in this spot here, and you'll see it draws in a little line right here, right on the timeline representing the fade. So if we back the cursor up a little bit and play, you'll hear it fade out right there over 1 bar. Now, a bar might not be the best way to think about a fade out, and if you want to change and do this in seconds, then just change the timeline by right-clicking on the timeline and choose Show Seconds, Milliseconds. And that changes all of the time readouts to hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So then for the fade out, first of all, I'm going to clear this extra stuff by typing in some zeros. And then right here, I'll type in 10. Now you can see, if I roll this back a little bit, you can see I've got a 10-second fade out. Well, that might be a little bit too long, so we'll put in 5 seconds for a fade out. Now, right here, we've got fade shapes. So I can click here, and I'll get a more gradual curved fade out. This is the linear fade out. This is another curved, more quick fade out, and then here is the S-shaped fade out. If I play across this, you can hear what that sounds like. So that's kind of a cool feature. Another interesting thing about this is it's not tied down in time. If you make your song longer, which I can easily do by I'll just extend the kick drum out a little bit. Watch how that fade will follow right along with the length of the song. So it will actually fade out to the end of the final clip in the song. Now at the beginning, we can also do fade ins in a very similar way. Just click on the master volume control, and then you can set a fade in. So if you want to do a fade in, even a very short fade in, you can put it in here, and you can see that you've got the same sort of fade in right here. If you wanted to make that longer, do a very gradual fade in, you can control that right here. You can also drag up and down on these fields like you see here in order to control the length of those fades. So that's how this trick works. You can create fade ins and fade outs from the properties of the master volume control in Tracktion T6. Thanks for watching.